Hi there, everyone. We're going to be doing a 5-minute session on LinkedIn, how to use it, things to get started. Maybe you've used LinkedIn before, maybe you haven't. If you want any questions to be answered, then feel free to pop me a message, send me an email, gregoryjrpaul@gmail.com. Happy to answer anything that you want to query, or if you're not sure on anything. Also, I have some links that are shown in this presentation. I can't provide them right now, but if you want those links again, I can more than happy share them with you. This is a presentation I've done previously, and I wanted to provide that same content to you. This is content that I've researched, revised, tested myself, and I've seen the benefits and I've seen results from this in the work that I do too. So this is tried and tested. It is something where I've seen not only business start, but also relationships created with my customers. So a statistic to kick off, 78% is the amount of people and percentage that we will see that outsell their peers. So if you're a social seller, you will see an increase in comparison to those that don't. And that's an increase in the sales that you have, increase in the relationships that you will create. Overview. Some main parts, I'm going to very quickly go over what is social selling. I want to also go through how to develop it, your profile, just some tips, and also some influencers and good reads. What I think is really important to say at this point, as much as social selling is important, it's more about social relationships. Of course, we want to sell our product or solution. Maybe it's a service you have, but ultimately you've got to show that you care more about your customers' customers than you do about your product. At the end of the day, we are making their lives better. We're making their lives easier so that those that you serve will be able to reach the targets that they want to. You've got to start thinking like that. And as we're going through this, really think about how you want to communicate yourself as who you are, what you do, and why it's important for them. So social selling, here's a quick overview of mine. This is a social selling index. You can get it free on LinkedIn. If you could just Google it, you can just go, hey, LinkedIn social selling index free overview, and you'll be able to find the link. I do have the link if you need it, so please just ask. But basically, it's LinkedIn's method of showing how well you use LinkedIn for whatever your aim is. It communicates as well some key areas with how LinkedIn works. Now, basically, as an overview, LinkedIn has an algorithm. How it works is any post that you make, the longer someone spends reading it, the more likes, comments, and shares that you have, and the more hashtags and involvement and connection that you have from that post means that LinkedIn will see you as of more value. Therefore, more people are more likely to see the posts that you make. So that's how the LinkedIn algorithm works. And basically, this social selling index is an overview of all of the 4 main foundational pillars that make up your social selling index. So just to break it down in a little bit further, you can, again, I can get the link to you, but if you just put in SSI index explanation or something like that on Google, you'll be able to see it all. But basically, it's your ability to establish a professional brand, how to find the right people, how to engage with your insights, and how to build relationships. Now, I don't need to break that into more detail, because if you go on them for short presentations, you'll be able to see all the information that you need. And if you start to act on each of those different requirements, then you will see your SSI improve. Profile development. So this is the overview of your profile. Now, again, I've got an example, but the best thing to do is if you just go on to my LinkedIn profile, Gregory Paul, you'll be able to see lots of information there. If you're not connected with me yet, please reach out, connect, and I can help you and do a screen share with you then. But because of time, I'm not going to do that today. But what you can see from mine is some really key points, and I've just put them into bullet points. Okay, who do I help? How do I help them? How have I helped them achieve? How they can get in contact and stretch it out. Now, this one is to do with the length of time that they spend on my About section. So if you go onto LinkedIn profile, you'll be able to see on there what I mean. Basically, you have to read more, and then it opens up. Now, again, the algorithm works seeing that people spend more time on your comment section, on your profile about, and it means that people are more likely to connect with you. You'll get more engagement from this, and also your own URL you can create as well. Again, if you want further information of how to do that, it's very easy. Just Google it. Same with all of this. That's how I've learned. It's very straightforward and easy to do. All you got to do is just Google, okay, how do I create my own URL on LinkedIn? And you'll be able to do so. So some key tips as well with this: follow hashtags. Okay, you can click on hashtag in the LinkedIn search section at the top, and then from there you can click follow, and then it will come up in your feed. Do not limit yourself on putting quality posts out. Keep posting, but post quality. Post things that people are going to engage with. Show your research, show your understanding in your chosen field. Show that you are a subject matter expert, not that you're a good seller. People engage when there is good content out there, and there's a lot of noise at the moment. So make sure what you're showing is good. Be selective what you engage in as well. Don't just like, comment on everything. Comment and engage with the things that are relative to your customer and also to their customers' needs as well. Because at the end of the day, think about, okay, who is my customer following? Who is my customer's customers? Because whatever they're interested in, you want to be interested in too, because that's one other way that you're going to connect with your customer and your target. Sometimes a great thing to do is just write out a bit of a tree and have your customers below you and then who their customers are, and think how you are going to reach their customers, because then you can reach them from the bottom up and back to them. Check regularly. Go on there every day. LinkedIn every day. Just for 10, 20 minutes. I don't spend more than half an hour, maximum hour of my time per day on this. But you've just got to be strategic. Maybe write out some bullet points. That's what I do of how I'm going to spend my time. Okay, see how others do it. Now, this is really important. See other people who are way better than you. See people who've got 10,000 plus followers. See how they engage with their customers. Because at the end of the day, if they've got that many followers, then they're doing something right. What I would say, and this is with a slight point to note, at the end of the day, just because they do have 10,000 followers plus doesn't mean they're the right followers. And this is what I come back to about making sure you engage in the right content that is appropriate for your solution and your customer. Because just because someone likes, comments, shares doesn't mean it's your right ICP, that is your ideal customer profile. For example, people I want to connect with as founders. I don't need sales managers connecting and commenting and liking my posts. I want founders to. So I'm going to totally direct how I post and what I engage in to what my founders are interested in. For example, recent funding. Maybe I want to also share on how to build effective teams. I'm going to also share on particular founder stories. For example, when you send a connection out, make sure you direct message them. Say a little bit about, hey, I just loved reading about something that they've achieved or completed. Show that you care about your customer. Show something that is value to them, not to you. Also, maybe within their posts that they've shared, or commented or liked, saying on a particular need they have, provide them the answer. People love free stuff, and it shows that you've really thought about who they are and what they want. Like I said, regularly like, comment, and share on the right things. Everyone loves a story, guys. Share your story. And that's why before you start everything, write down who you are and what you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, if you go onto LinkedIn with all the content, all the noises out there, if you post about the wrong things, you'll get lost in it. Make sure you're clear with your target and what you want to achieve. So for example, for me right now, I just want to post a comment every day, and I'd love to see 5 of my target customers engaging. Now, I'm not there yet. I'm on a journey with that of how to create the right kind of content. So I'm asking founders, hey, is this of interest to you? Can you give me some feedback? I'm really trying to create a relationship where they can provide free conversation to me without them feeling that I am trying to sell to them. Now, of course, that may happen at a later point, but at the end of the day, I want to provide something of value to them. Of course, my solution does. However, it's also about providing more than just my sales targets. It's about them finding answers to their problems at that moment in time. At the end of the day, we can only work with what a customer's top of mind problem is at that point. Now, you may have the best solution for that, but unless it's top of mind for them, they're not going to think about it. So just to finish, some influencers and good reads. Here's a couple of guys. Pause this part of the video. You can have a look through it. But basically, there's a couple of guys who I think is really decent to follow. They provide, and that's where I learn all of the content I need to. Again, I can provide you the links to these guys if you need it. Please just ask. Lastly, continue your research. Keep Googling, keep requesting different kinds of information from different people. Ask people who are better than you. That's the best way to learn. Improve your LinkedIn profile. Go and do those things that I've shared about. Analyze yours and other people within the Momentum Network and ask for their feedback. The best way to learn is to give each other good, constructive feedback. That's the end of the presentation. I hope that's really helpful for you. Have a great day.